Support of the Kentucky high school students at the center of a viral video controversy is coming from across the country, including from members of Congress. One America's John Hines has this report from Washington.
Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie says that he knew all along that initial media reports about the Covington Catholic high school students that he represents in Congress were not accurate.
Well, these are my constituents, and these kids have been coming to Washington, D.C. for 30 years on their own dime. 6 years that I've been in Congress, I've met with them every time I can when they're in D.C. And so when the first narrative came out that they were harassing this individual on the mall, I thought there was more to it, so I didn't issue a statement, and I'm glad I didn't, because when the full truth came out, they needed somebody to defend them, and that's what I've been doing this week.
The initial viral video showed Covington Catholic high school student Nick Sandman, who had been participating in the March for Life on the National Mall, staring down Native American Nathan Phillips, who was beating a drum. But video released later showed this was not the way things happened, says Massie.
I spoke to Nick last night and his parents. He's the one who's featured in that video that went viral. And they've had death threats. The school's shut down because of it. It's really a lesson in social media mobs.
How do you think this narrative spun out of control so quickly?
People rushed to judgment. I think there were a lot of conservatives who fell for it too, because it was our worst fears. You know, we were told that these kids surrounded that gentleman, and that's not what happened.
And Massie's initial impression was correct, according to conservative activist Phil Kerpen, president of American Commitment, who says an African-American group called the Hebrew Israelites were there taunting the Kentucky students, something not seen in the initial video.
And then this gentleman, Nathan Phillips, a Native American activist, one of the anti-pipeline activists from North Dakota, has been sort of a big left-wing political activist for a long time. He comes into the scene, walks directly into the teenage boys, banging his drum, bangs it just inches away from a high school boy who did nothing but stand there. And yet the media and liberals turned the boy into the villain and the aggressor and said, how dare he stand there? Look at the look on his face. He's committing a face crime in the parlance of George Orwell's 1984.
Nick Sandman, who is a junior at Covington Catholic High School, released a statement saying he is mortified that so many people have come to believe something that did not happen. John Hines, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.